about to get bumpy.
Joy.
Is there an easier way up? That way.
The faster one, that's for sure.
Hold on.
What do you think I'm doing this entire time?
Well, maybe if you didn't get so fucking hurt, you would still be driving.
Not really have been up to me with the fucking Doom Viper coming at us.
You didn't have to jump in front. Holy shit. How does he fucking drive this
risk
thing?
it all?
We would have been fine. If anything, potentially equally injured. Here?
Yeah. Plus, I'm not gonna leave it up to your volatile little boy. Calm as collected as he is, he's not exactly the fair or reasonable.
I will leave you here.
You know him as well as I do, then.
Get out.
You probably haven't seen that side of him.
Well, I certainly didn't ask him to say those things.
I'm not blaming you, I'm laying it all on him.
Well, I plan on talking to him. I need you alive.
Feelings mutual. Yo.
Well, that's a familiar voice. You made it.
Expecting anyone else?
Well, you never know, I did it.
She's alone. Would be easy enough to shoot her and toss her over the edge.
I would hope so. Given that you made it back alive and all that. I hope you didn't run into too much trouble.
No, we made it out just perfectly unscathed. Not some behemoth trying to claw at our eyes.
So nothing unexpected then.
We weren't expecting Tempest to be
Excuse me,
there.
I'm trying to test out my new humor. Is it working?
It wasn't expected, at least from what I know. What we ran into is not supposed to be this far east.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we can end this nightmare sooner rather than later.
something you keep on yourself, or is this something we keep on ours?
Mm-hmm. I need to set it up. I should have it done within the day.
What's it do?
It's a hard reset system for the entire facility. At least that's what the records say. It should wipe the entire system and anything on it.
You'll be able to access your lab with that just fine.
Mm-hmm. Once it's reset, it defaults to its factory standard. The same it was set up before the war happened.
That's not going to alert anyone?
Whether it does or not is irrespective. If we let it continue, it's going to end up worse than if we reset it. If you ask me, at least.
I hope they share that
I'd
same
rather face an
opinion.
enemy with access to the facility.
Is anyone gonna be able to access it outside of here? There's a bunch of our own folk back at town who's trying to chip away at the walls.
Chip away at the walls. Yes. There was a group that came by too. Boomtown, is it called? They seem to be quite interested in it.
Why so?
2,
Haven't you been
3
with
days.
them?
Oh, no, I've been fitting in Boomtown. They had a certain lack of medical professionals, if you could say. But this group, I forget their names. They have a medic of their own. They had some old lady with them. She seemed quite familiar. Not the person, but the uniform. Sort of like mine.
But you don't know her.
Recognize her at all?
Not necessarily. I couldn't remember someone I've never seen after all.
Do you know what the medic of theirs looked like?
Cat ears. It was part of a bigger group. That annoying raider person was with them. The one who pops by Boomtown every now and then. They seem to have very nice cars, from what I can remember.
Was she pink-haired?
Something like that, yeah. White, pink, pale.
Artemis.
Is that the name?
Don't trust her. You can talk with her, but I'd say don't trust her as far as you can throw her.
Trust seems to come at a premium nowadays.
Why?
Honestly,
Why are you telling her that?
her trust seems to come almost free in nature. Very, very low price. I mean, the first few days,
Maybe so she
she
doesn't
acted
share
like she was your
information with
best
her.
friend.
It's a shame. So much conflict. Admittedly, it's nice to get this much fresh air. Well, as fresh as it can be, I suppose. Can you imagine what it was like to see this place in its heyday? A lake full of water, a town full of people. Even this, an old playground.
Is that what this used to be? Is that why there's a crevice just a few feet in front of us?
An old lakeside town.
I can see it.
It's a shame. Well, we can't bring it back. We can build something similar. Maybe in 100 years people will look back on what we create and have the same admiration for it.
In this case, I don't think you can start building on quicksand.
Not at all. But people make do.
Is that what you'll do after all of this? Rebuild?
That was the plan. Create a healthy population, and a healthy population creates a healthy society.
Is that a
At least that's
prerogative
what
or
I've been
programming?
told. What difference does it make?
And I suppose a question, perhaps your precursor. You probably know her as better than anyone else, seeing that you are her. At least, what's left of her.
I'd like to think so.
That was she truly wanted.
The banner in the facility. It's not standard issue, if you can call it that. Bolder better tomorrow. That was put in towards the beginning of the war.
Is she including that tomorrow?
Oh yes, absolutely. I assure you all of our biases had nothing to do with this facility. Any remnants of the corporation have nothing to do with me. We only share color scheme and an insignia. Unfortunate as it may be sometimes.
The rest of the corporations are just as splintered.
The notes in the lab. Your originator called them absurd. The chip tech. Did she ever have any hand in it?
A hand in it? No. She was a tester. They evaluated products, but they never created them. Per the duties of their branch, I suppose. She knows enough to, I suppose, undo it. She knows what it takes to break it. Kind of comes with the territory.
Do you have any more thoughts of hers on how she viewed Detect? If it was necessary or a waste of time?
I don't think she viewed it as a waste of time as much as she viewed it as a heinous abomination of science. Under what conditions would something like that need to be created? I can't think of any that end well, or that have the best interests of anyone in mind.
It seems like some of these things, some of the tech that was made wasn't really made for anyone's best interest. Not without a price. Not when there were wars. Everyone has a goal. And everything has a price.
Even today, it seems. But being in a position to do something about it is a unique opportunity.
You're too dangerous
Not
to
one
keep
that I
alive.
take lightly.
I will hunt you down. You sealed your fate here.
You go back into that lab of yours. Let the vault and don't come back out. Unless you know it's someone who ain't gonna hurt you.
You will help me, and I will use you
How much they played.
until you can no longer be used.
You ever need something? Ring.
And then I will
food
kill
every
you.
now and then. Water. I don't know if you biosynths need sustenance, but
We do. Just not the sort that you're used to seeing. Substitutes are more than enough, especially when resources are coming. Well, when they're scarce. But as promised, once I have access to the lab, I'll find a way to get that chip sorted out.
In my end,
Yours will be dealt with as well. I just need to put on a mask and pretend I'm still friendly with the people necessary to get it done.
those are the people I spoke with before. The ones that got me here. Told me about you.
Mm-hmm.
What was that told me to do?
I could
not
never
tell you?
release my real intentions. Ah. Well, what's done can be undone, I suppose. But a deal is a deal.
How long are we to wait for a response from you once you have access to the lab?
Once I have access to the facility, if it's the same make and model, I can probably just pull up the necessary records and then set up the facility for the procedure.
You have a comms number?
I don't know
A
what kind
channel?
of damage. A comms number? Wait, I think I do now. The Boomtown people gave me one of those primitive radios of theirs.
You can
I'm
make
not
trips back
entirely
and
sure how
forth
this
and
thing
out.
works.
Sure you won't be caught, Bittist?
I want that.
No, I don't intend to leave the lab once I have the means to stay. As much as I like getting out, this isn't the place for me.
I want a way to contact you.
Oh, there'll be wait. Yeah, take this. I don't know how to sync
What
it
is
or
that?
anything like that. It's one of those old-timey radios, and it leaves a strange whaley radio in my hands. I'm not sure what it is or what it does, but it works.
I'll program it later. Put it on our own network. Thank you.
When the time comes, I'll also give you access to the facility. But given the amount of interest in entering it, I would recommend not coming when anyone else is watching.
Noted.
The region's been pretty
Yes.
active of late.
How's the plan anyway?
That's not to say I don't enjoy the company of your friends and those back at Crossroads, but, well, the clone of me tells a little bit of a story as to how they treat me, or how they would, rather.
Then you need to know the reason why that happened in the first place. The one clad in red, I'm pretty sure you've seen him. Apparently
The armored one.
he made a pretty shitty gamble with an AI system. Apparently got out.
Why are you telling her?
You might have seen that in the form of pink hair and doofy glasses and leather jacket.
Yes, that's the one who broke into the facility.
That was his doing. He thought he had it under control. Turns out he didn't. And now it's cost us all something. A delay. Your lab. My deal.
An AI, you say? That would make sense. But what kind of AI would be sufficiently advanced enough to take over an old world facility and reprogram it within 24 hours?
Perhaps an old world AI? From a spaceship?
Shot down, I believe, decades ago. Maybe a century over.
A navigational AI. I'll need to look into that. And I suppose it's good if we wipe it either way.
The doomsday tendency, unfortunately.
No place for any of that around here.
Assuming you don't have anything for us to fight against that, can't imagine that it'll be the last time we ever run into something like that. Not only that, they seem to
An
have some
AI.
sort of grasp on the biosense. Made them more hostile, aggressive. Can't imagine what they're doing with that now.
That kind of programming takes weeks to do, under normal circumstances. If I was to change the instructions of the synth, it could take me up to a season, a month. For it to be done in that time, and it's just, I don't know.
Are you getting soft because they're one of you?
What, the
I don't
synth?
think this woman knows
No.
how to be soft.
Synth can always be recreated, as nasty as that sounds. Many of them aren't sentient, they're simply biological machines meant to serve a purpose. They don't even last that long.
What makes you so different?
Nothing. I was just built to last longer, but I'm set for the same fate.
And you could speak.
And when I'm gone, another one will be made in my place. Probably.
They're still making more of you.
I don't know. The facility's programmed to, yes. But only when the administrator is eliminated.
That's troublesome.
Another question. One day, when we run into perhaps another one of those splinter cell Diogen people that seem to have her in mind of making sleep agents of such, mind if we borrow that device?
The crash drive. Yes, once I'm done with it, it should be usable again. I'll just need to reset it. Reload it, as it were.
You think we can use something like that to access others?
Other facilities. If you're able to access the mainframes, you shouldn't have any trouble doing that. There was a device meant for asset protection in the old world. Iogen used it themselves to prevent other companies from getting into their systems. It's better to burn it all down than it is to let it fall into the wrong hands. Of course our purposes are different now, but that was the intention at least.
I wonder what she's going to do when we're done with her. If she'll still be useful. It'd be a shame to lose a resource too early. What?
Nothing. Wonder if you have any questions at all. Anything you want to ask us?
A simple warning, maybe. As much as I represent the company that created me, I'm no fan of their operations or the way that they work. I wouldn't trust anything outside of here if you can help it, no matter what they tell you.
Noted.
If my time has taught me anything, is that trust is earned. It shouldn't be expected just because you have a badge. You've helped me and I'll do the same for you. It seems very transactional, but that's the truth, I suppose.
It's fair. Honest. Not a lot worth these days, but something like that gotta mean something.
The first favor you ever did me was not shooting me on sight.
I suspect anyone outside of a few of us will shoot you on sight. I need you alive. I'd
And
rather
those
you
are
be
the same
careful.
people I probably wouldn't trust.
I need you alive too.
Mm-hmm.
They see you, they're gonna act like they've seen a ghost. No, they saw you be executed on the streets.
Yeah. I don't intend to visit Crossroads again if I can help it.
Good. Stay out of
Especially
the
since
way.
I have no
Stay in
active
your lane.
camo anymore. I suppose I should also tell you that any sense that you see that behave anything out of the ordinary should probably be put down for their own good. They don't know any better.
I'll have no problem doing that.
I'm glad. Even if I get rid of the mainframe, I don't know how many they've created or where they are, or what their purpose is. There could be dozens out there.
Maybe she's right though. Maybe it's better.
Another question.
Their purpose is broken, they're
Your
broken.
time in Boomtown.
Yes.
We'll just get back up and do it again. Unless we could reprogram
Has
them.
there been a
And then as far as what she said, they
pink
only
Templar that came its way?
have one objective and nothing else.
recent
They're not
days.
free thinking. They're not the people. They're not like
In recent days, no.
sticks.
By Templar, you mean the collective vehicle?
That's what makes the
The
chips,
pink one?
the agents with the chips different.
I've seen
in a
it go
sense.
by. It hasn't stopped at town
We're
though.
people still. We have an
No
option.
trade at all.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Though the interest in the facility is probably... Well, it's put me a little on edge, to be quite honest.
I don't expect it to let up anytime soon. So long as they can't get in, they will keep trying.
Well, we're going to
I
get
wanna-
kind of tired of that eventually.
Hopefully.
I hope.
You're confident in the vault, then there's that, but you might want to put a few more precautionary measures.
Hmm.
Nothing
We'll find a way to
Nothing.
dissuade the curiosity.
obvious, all internal. Can't just have a shotgun trap outside, because then they'll know someone's watching them.
Hmm.
Maybe none the wiser.
A bit of an impasse. I'd rather not find a way to create conflict with your town.
Too late.
I suppose that's true. They don't know the difference between what's going on and me.
They don't.
I wouldn't be surprised if they blamed me for all of this.
They will. Their only experience has been a different version of you showing up, where they assume that it was an infiltrator, which... and the biosynths stalking, and the new ones attacking. They have nothing but negative relations with Iogen thus far.
And something should be done about that.
Well, maybe if you were better to begin
Well, I
with, this
can't do
wouldn't be a
much to
problem.
stop the labeling. They'll always look like Iogen biosynth. Unless I clothe all of them, but that could get tedious.
No. Most of them don't seem to speak. It's hard to get past that as well.
None of mine could.
It'd only be a matter of time. Either
Sure.
way, we'll try to shake them off
It's a
their
bleak
tail,
outlook.
where we can at least.
I'd appreciate that. I mean, the curiosity only benefits us for the time being.
It doesn't benefit
Though I
me.
can't imagine they'll leave things alone if they are able to get in. I'd
No.
rather they not mess with my equipment.
It will be looted, scanned. Anything that can be taken will be.
Just for the sake of it as well.
Hmm.
No underlying reason, just that they can plunder and loot.
But that's a survival skill out here. That's what I've come to realize with Boomtown. A lot of them trade scrap for food.
Good to know.
They trade food for bullets, bullets for vehicles, vehicles to get more scrap. And so the cycle continues.
So what do they need? An inhibitor crystal. Oh, I don't know that in
Charge.
character. I didn't say that, I didn't say that, I didn't say that, I didn't say that. Actually, I do know that. Because they were there investigating, saying that they wanted it when we went to the collective base. So what did they want an inhibitor crystal for? There we go.
Okay. Let me get this done. I probably shouldn't keep you waiting.
Well, we both have your contact now. Whenever you're ready for the next step, just holler.
Oh, there's a good chance they're not going to just let us walk in. I don't suspect this AI is friendly or cordial or has any intention to speak with us.
Well, then don't get yourself killed.
Oh, I won't be there. I'll show up once the doors are open. I'll just give you the key.
I see. Okay. Sure.
Unless you want me to be there. I mean, not being there sort of serves the purpose of not dying.
Yeah, no. Stay alive.
Unless I misunderstood. Alright.
I thought she was going to the lab to get in with the chip.
Then.
Or the drive.
I should probably get this truck back. Their boss, their leader said I could borrow it, but not for too long. He thinks I'm going out to pick something up, so I'll probably stop and get something on the way back. But yes, if you need anything, contact me. Don't hesitate.
Yeah. You have a weapon in that truck.
I'll figure out how this...
Alright.
It's kind of a Boomtown rule.
Gotcha.
Yes, if you don't contact me, I'll contact you first. About getting the crash drive ready at least. See what you can find about the facility. Maybe learn more about that AI. Anything that we can learn about it is an advantage to us. If you make it predictable, you limit losses and danger to yourselves.
My eyebrows are messed up. She's wishy-washy on the chip information.
Perhaps remnants of her precursor.
That doesn't...
Very emotional about her.
It just doesn't give me high hopes that it won't just repeat if she lives.
Not exactly her forte.
She says things that I appreciate half the time, but I am uncertain. You trust her?
Trust is a strong word.
Would you kill her?
I need to.
If you needed to.
Yo,
What?
earpiece.
I don't want that.
Go heading back. I don't think I need the phrase com anymore.
That wasn't programmed into your own freaking earpiece?
Could get rid of it if you'd like.
It'd be a waste.
Keep it then. No waste.
Besides, you might need it.
Maybe.
Sure,
I don't know
Kara
how
would
they'd
appreciate
feel
it.
if I was.
Oh.
What about yourself and Thatch?
Well, clearly we both know what Thatch thinks of you already. And
Old news for me.
right now, and indefinitely so far, you are a needed ally. I think friend is a stretch, but an ally. I don't think it hurts to have calm access to strays for you. Oh, I hate driving.
You know, way back when you saw me as a friend.
Yeah, well, I wasn't me, was I?
I think you
Talk to
were.
me about way back when.
You acted real offended is all.
I don't remember that. There's a lot I don't remember.
I do.
Jesus fuck.
Doing good so far, at least. You haven't crashed us yet.
Except I'm braking for some reason. Kara's going to kill you.
I know. She'll be alive.
Oh god.
Then point.
I'm not okay with that, by the way. He shouldn't have said that.
Well, he did.
I know. I wish he didn't.
Because he likes you so much.
I don't need him to ruin this. I need this. Wee.
Good.
Do you mind if we... I need to do, like, the fastest re-upload.
Yeah, sure.
I realized my eyebrows get angry. Thank you, Kami.
Thank you.
No problem. Is it escaping for you too?
Yeah,
Is it leaving?
it's leaving.
Yeah.
It's done with us.
Yeah. Goodbye. You can go home now. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye
So
bye.
yeah, I just checked with Crossroads. The buggy is in the staging area for when you get there. Just,
Fantastic.
confirming that.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah,
Thank you
I'll
so
see you
much.
over there because I
Yes,
think I'm
ma'am.
needed.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna move over right now.
See you in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. You wanna head over?
Sure, give me 1 second. I'm just adjusting.
My model's uploading, like, right now.
Just get. Gotcha. I think I just might need to get a new gasket. I think this one's slightly uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions. That's the one I bought. But honestly, if you can find one that's fabric and not rubber, that's gonna be your best bet. Because that makes your face hurt, and it sucked. Okay. Let me just make sure.
Hey, Act.
I'm fixed. Every time I looked up, I would get angry eyes. And I'm like, oh no. Which I guess is, lore accurate at the moment, but like, not what we want. Okay, you ready to move?
Gotcha. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I might have to turn the AC.
Oh yeah, good idea. I'm gonna take a sippy. Act.
Alright,
Hi.
I'm heading over.
Okay,
See you there.
bye.
It's not bye.
You're right. Rock music. I don't know why I said bye. Actually, I kind of know why. Because I say goodbye to everyone but you. You're the only person I don't say goodbye to. You're muted.
Yeah, I know I'm muted.
Ready, Freddy?
Give me 1 second. I need to check the phone. Okay, never mind. It doesn't show up on the menu. Yeah. Is my rifle looking okay?
Well, if you'd stop moving, I could tell you. Yeah?
Sorry, I was also turning off the pedestals. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Let's head over.
Ugh. You notice the sky?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if time of day is implemented.
Maybe. I was actually wondering if it's updating for us right now. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, God. All right.
Well,
What?
no, it's just like time to go get punched.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right. Cards up once we pass these little rocky things. The little
Okay.
rock archway thing. Opening thing,
Yeah. Yoik. Watch.
It's deeper than I remember. Can you get the gate? Do you need me to get out and get it? Ah, Kira can get the gate.
Doesn't look like I can get it.
I don't know. You're capable.
You guys okay?
Can you get the door?
Sure. What the fuck happened?
Giant fucking snake.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him with this car.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Dear, get out of the way.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Kira, get Sev. We're going to the hospital.
Okay.
God, I hate this. I'll hit you.
What the fuck? Oh my god, Grease, what the hell?
I think he was asking for it, to be fair.
Yeah, I think maybe he was just happy to see us, but holy shit.
Oh shit, I fucking god damn it. Ugh.
God.
Fuck happened? Sneak?
Oh.
Snake?
Giant fucking snake.
Elhaj, baby, what happened to you, princess?
Seth, I take it.
Go.
Don't know.
Already did that now.
Sorry,
Both of you
sorry
hurt?
about the fucking bug.
Just him.
It took a toll.
Not
What,
my
did you,
buggy.
what happened to my baby?
I don't know if
He's a moron.
Just come.
Seb.
Trauma.
Fuck you.
Right. So, good to see you again.
He's not really a moron.
Hey. Come on. Come on.
Hey.
Floor. One. I don't feel
Hey,
like climbing
you're
any more
back.
stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, go this floor. Go.
I got into a little bit of trouble.
So I say, you're a doctor, I'm not. You should probably go first.
I'm gonna go hide this now. Yeah, get. I got.
How have things been?
Quiet, mostly.
Well,
I'm gonna go.
giant fucking behemoth decided to fuck with us.
What the fuck is that?
We were just minding our own goddamn business. Flipped the buggy once. Kind of rattled around in it a bit.
Oh,
So,
okay, so yeah, things have been busy, but like, you know,
general areas.
that's a mini mall.
This thing. The thing that
Alright.
like shakes the scales a bit. Lodge itself in some of them.
Cool.
Luckily, the buggy managed to
Okay, yeah, dog turned his house into a diner.
projectiles in its scales.
I knew that before I left. But it wasn't open yet.
Yeah. He's running it now, and he uses some of the potatoes, and I told him that's okay so long as he waters and replants them.
Okay.
Misery.
There's clothes in there now.
Well, it was.
That was good
Yeah,
timing.
I know the timing.
It's just a gaping hole.
Pit stop's coming along.
Any progress on the crystal?
Got some news about Lay.
Mm.
Crystal. No, I haven't heard anything about the crystal. The pit stop crew's been kind of
The entire ship.
doing stuff.
Alright.
Get-
What about Play? Yeah, no, he's down bad.
Stay away.
Might want to get a bucket for this.
So what happened out there?
We had to go south.
Maybe once.
End up in the
But
dunes, found a
Not
facility.
right now.
There was a viper.
Well,
It was fucking big. Came up out of the sand,
Not
tossed
for
it
me.
down the dunes. Motherfucker jumped in front of me.
alright.
It's a different matter.
Sorry
Right,
about the
that's
buggy.
That hole, right?
It's taken some hits at this point. She survives worse.
At this point,
I
don't know.
assume. She survived, right?
She drives. She's a little, you know, dented.
Right.
Nothing Vaughn can't fix up. I hope.
Well, if he doesn't have the parts on hand, I'll help look, I guess.
Don't worry about it. You look banged up too.
And other.
Not as bad as he is. Couple bruises, but I'm walking.
Got some bruises.
And other injuries that I need to be aware.
I think I need to reset my kneecap. And there's bruising on these sides as well.
Right. There should be some painkillers.
How did it go?
Are you fine with painkillers?
Yeah, I'm obviously saying too much.
We kind of found that side.
Well,
It was very
we
shiny.
can progress.
Right.
So I guess,
Okay.
well, some unexpected
Definitely
encounters out there.
So the cookie will not bleed out.
Not sure how to interpret, but we saw Tempest in the south at the building.
Biogen lab?
Yeah,
Right.
and
What
Latte
do you think
Mm.
Ice Pack will do?
carrying something out.
For kneecap,
I don't know what it was.
well, kneecap will hurt like a bitch. And I will need
what you must.
your
Hmm.
help to make sure that it's set properly. Either if you
Speaking
want
of that,
to make sure that it's
a few things happened while you were out too, or a few encounters of our own, small stuff. A lot of people have expressed interest in the garden, namely, there's a little green robot who wears like a dress, who works with Pit Stop.
so you provide control.
Okay.
She is some sort of nanny robot or something, I don't know. But she showed me her old homestead that she was taking care of. She has a greenhouse that she wants to bring here.
There it goes.
And she wants to help expand the garden.
You mean the one that just got shadowed by a shopping center?
I will give you a nice
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah, I know.
After talking to Die Happy,
bandage the ice pack on the
we're gonna take out that entire back row and expand the garden out that way instead.
for the bruising.
The greenhouse will go where those two are, and we'll put more plots in front of it.
So ice pack.
Which brings us to the next person who has arrived, who has shown great interest. An Ayujin botanist.
Provide some peace. Same for the knee.
What?
She's been asking a lot of questions. Yeah.
Don't
An Ayujin botanist showed up
for today.
yesterday, I think.
Minimum.
She's under order to always be watched by someone.
Right.
I'll
Just saying you.
keep
if
an
you're
eye on
aggravated.
him.
She's asking how we grow things so well. I've been mostly giving her nothing answers, but I think I overheard Vaughn mention some secrets, let's call them.
Well, kneecap down. Pulse soon shot. Ice packs provided.
I don't think he realized what he was doing.
Anything
So
else
where
that
is
we
she
missed?
now?
What he mentioned. Right now she is at Pit Stop. I believe Damien's with her.
No one is holding her against the force.
Is Pit
As
Stop
far
at
as
Pit Stop?
also, probably.
Mm.
I can. No,
Alright.
I can. It's fine.
She was also asking about other plants that might be growing. Some people, I think, mentioned the slag shrooms, but
Hospital
yeah.
lab. Give him meds. Just give him meds.
We're not.
No, we do not.
Give him
Unless I
some treatment.
misunderstood. You
Mm,
don't want them, or have I misheard?
I know.
More so for the treatment. Afterwards, it's fine.
Okay. You know. Does everyone else realize how, like...
Yes, I would.
I don't think they realize now.
Okay.
So
Some
when she came,
side.
it was basically just me. Kira was high.
Should do it.
Esfera was a little dodgy. And Damien was out doing some shit with Lay.
What should I take these?
Once per day. Is the
So they'll
So,
execute an Iogen
basic-
synth
second dosage.
out at the front gates, but the second an Iogen botanist come in, they're totally
should
chill about
last
it.
For 3 days. The war
I don't
will
know.
pass by then.
They seem...
It should.
Tempest itself doesn't know yet, to my knowledge.
Give me that weapon.
Okay.
I don't...
Okay. Alright.
Esfera
I'm not shooting the
basically
messenger.
told her to hide the ID. Hide her ID and not tell anyone she works there. Creature showed up and immediately went, "Wizard from Iogen," which, you know.
No, I feel like death.
You never tell creature anything.
So we found out immediately. I immediately contacted.
You go. Please.
Please,
You're not
for
helping
fuck's
right
sake.
now. Go.
I immediately contacted security. Like, hey, can we put her away? What can we do? What should we do? Damien came back early to help.
Go
angry
now
about that.
before I do.
Right now, it just seems the plan is to just constantly have her under observation. She claims to be old Iogen or something like that. To my knowledge, Kira and Sev also ran her through an X-ray last night. So they might have more details for you.
Alright. What's next then?
Yeah, she is very interested. I told her our secret is that we use bandit corpses for fertilizer.
Right. We will do that. Just
That's not wrong.
sit down.
It's
all
true
in.
still.
We can sit in the bar.
Okay, no slag shrooms, no mana crystals, no boom plant.
Just sit
She can harvest fucking pumpkins. For now.
We can do stuff afterwards. I have some shit.
Listen, I don't intend to let her do anything in the garden just yet.
Don't sit to tell me.
Why isn't she in the prison cell?
Not sure, actually. That's kind of what I thought Damien would do when I called him back.
Right. Well, Damien. I need to talk to Damien too.
You want help?
Yes.
Okay.
Drop this off with Sev so no one drinks it.
There we go. Alright. And you ready for this one? Okay. Alright, there.
Sev. This is the brew.
Okay.
Alright, kid.
I know you said sit down, but I know I've only been here for like 10 minutes because
Well, how's
I
that?
feel like
Patched up.
asking people.
I take it you do not
what's going
any treatment sticks?
No. Bruises heal on their own.
Get checked up and either way, like a little at least. Just to make sure.
It's a bruise.
what if you don't see any other, you know,
Indeed, it is a
things?
bruise.
I think I would feel it.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We should talk after I
Well-
talk, and we should. Yep.
Okay.
In
I'm
case
good.
anything changes,
Thanks, Trauma.
you know where to find me.
Alright. I have a shoulder right
No
here.
problem.
Maybe you should go.
Sorry.
Yeah, go there. Alright. One more.
I'm gonna take a look around town.
Okay.
Sure you don't need to get looked at?
That's all.
You never know.
We have Elhash to thank for that. Which he shouldn't have done.
Well, I think it's the least he owes you.
Yes, but I need him alive and not doing stupid shit like that. And if he had died, I would have been
He is
alone out there.
alive.
This time.
Look, I just think it's the minimum he owes you after the ass kicking he gave you.
It was a complicated time. He is not
Don't change it.
forgiven. But I think I should decide the price. And I need my allies alive. And I can take care of myself. I don't need him to
Okay.
do that shit.
Are those?
What?
Alright, I just don't think I've ever seen the shadows move.
I don't see shadows moving.
I believe it is because we are crossing the day.
I'm so excited! I love this guy. I get it. I get where you're coming from. I don't think it's necessary though. And
Alright.
I don't want it to happen again.
Okay.
You're really chill about this.
It's a him thing.
He could have ignored your threat. That's what I told him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Alright, so that's what this is about.
Yes, that's what this is about. You're smart. I thought you got on.
No. I wasn't entirely sure.
Well, now you're sure. So.
I didn't tell him to jump in front of a worm.
No, but
I told the abusive ex-slave owner that if you came back having conveniently fallen down another hill and getting punched by a dozen rocks, he was going to have some issues when he came home.
Those sorts of things make people act in stupid ways. When things that they care about are on the line.
Good. He should get his ass kicked a little bit. I didn't tell him to do that. My entire thing was I didn't want him laying a hand on you. I didn't want you coming back and mysteriously your surgery scars had reopened and you were acting a little weird.
That's not how he worded it to me.
I told him if you came back banged up and injured and he was fine and conveniently somehow didn't get a scratch, there was going to be issues. I was talking about him beating you. That's why I had no issue when Kira was going out with you originally. Because I know she would have kept him on the straight and narrow. It wouldn't be the first time he's laid a hand on you.
I know.
And I'm not letting that happen anymore. You get to set the price of what he owes you, but I'm not letting him rack up more debt.
Well, you must have said something to scare him.
Good. He's an asshole. Threats against him wouldn't work. I told him I would blow his cover and make sure he had nothing to come home to.
I need him.
And I need you alive. If he makes that a complication... If you don't come back, the debt's mine, and I intend to collect. You two came back, and you were the one who was banged up more, and he had that little bruise, and the car was in the shape it was. There would not be any issues. It would be if you came back, and for some reason, somehow, you were all banged up, and the only injuries he had was a few bruises on his knuckles, where I was going to ruin him.
Yeah, that would look like domestic violence.
He took it further than that, then fine.
Yeah. I just need him to be more careful, I guess. I really need him alive.
Why do you need him?
Because he can get me access to other things. He has connections to Iodine that I don't.
The goal's to cut ties. Wouldn't it be better if he just wasn't around?
When they're done with me, I am not done with them.
Fair. I just don't like you being around him. That's all.
Well, fuck that tough shit. He's not my favorite person. He's not forgiven, I haven't forgotten, but I need him. Just like I need the other fucking...
Alright.
It's a mess. And it's going to probably keep getting messier.
Fine. Fine. If you need him, then it just stands. He doesn't fuck up. He doesn't fuck this up. He doesn't do anything to you again. Fine. I can live with that. In fact, that's all I wanted. My concern is just he's gonna do it again. And for all your intention and all your needs, you won't be around to see them anymore.
Fair. But he has helped us get at least this far. And maybe he does have something up his sleeves. Maybe he does. But he's been an ally so far. At least since then. We have progressed because of him. We got into the lab because of him.
You're in this situation in the first place because of him.
I'm going to... He's going to help me out of it. And he's going to help me tear them down too.
Mm. As long as he doesn't slip. Fine.
Did you see where Artemis went?
No.
I saw her come this way. I didn't see her leave.
Seen a lot of people scampering around. We good?
Yeah.
No. All right.
Are you quiet? You're a little quiet. Volume so low. There you go. Hello. Hi.
All right.
Good now? Yeah, good now.
You good, kid?
Yes.
I had
All right.
missed you.
Oh, another thing that happened while you were out. Die Happy was gonna kick the squirrel out of that building and take it.
Oh, we're going to Coles, I think. I don't know. We haven't fully.
Oh, you decided on Coles?
Fucking whenever that raccoon
I
thing
was
shows up,
going
that's
to
when
hug
I'm
you.
making my decision on the say, but till they do.
Hey. Squirrel.
Are they?
I
Damn,
did
I know.
miss you.
Squirrel.
Sticks.
Hi, Grease.
How are you?
I'm tired.
Go sleep.
Yeah,
We
maybe.
just. Hey, can I use you as an alibi?
But
All three of you?
Sure,
Sure.
why?
That you
where we
saw me
were,
here.
around, like-
We were around the
Yeah.
hospital.
We were here for the past
What'd you
like, 10
do?
minutes.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
We robbed the clothes store.
Okay.
They may or may not have a cash
Oh.
register anymore.
Yeah.
You took the whole cash register.
Whole
We have
thing,
cash
yeah.
register.
Put it back.
Why?
Keep the contents, put the thing back.
I don't know. If the
Or
lady
vice
had a
versa.
Lamborghini, fucking.
Hello.
Also,
Hi,
Dia
we've been
asked
here
her
for-
out on dates 2 times before, and she's been receptive
What?
both times, apparently.
Apparently,
that did happen,
He's got
but we
it.
did also tell Dia not to stick his
I
dick
can
in
Dr.
crazy. So that happened. And I think that kind of got forgotten a little bit. But if that gets brought back, I don't really care.
May I quickly
You guys
ask,
meet Dr. V.
could I... yes, could I borrow some of your, gardening equipment and just to use that general area? I won't tear up any of the plants. I just grabbed some samples from, the Liberty, and I would like to sort them and, dissect a few. Is that alright?
This is the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello! Lovely to meet you.
Why are you dissecting things?
This is sticks.
Oh, just plants to see how they act, how they are. I mean, apparently they've been in that building for, well, it's not a building, is it? In that area for a while. So I'd like to study how they've managed to survive and
Yeah,
grow.
you would. Did you already collect the samples?
Oh, yes.
Hmm. Where are you keeping them?
Oh, pardon, I can't hear you very well.
Where are you working on these things?
Oh, I was just going to use some tables over there. Just to gently rest some of the produce aside while I work, just for a little bit.
I'll go with you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Oh.
What sort of tools were you looking for? It looks like you have a shovel and a pitchfork on your bag.
What?
Your bag. You've got the shovel, the pitchfork.
Oh,
What else do you need?
Well, I have other tools, but just little things like, you know, seeds, files, etc. And of course soil. I can't always keep soil. There's already plenty of rocks in my bag.
We keep our soil in here. It's
Oh, wonderful.
got dead bodies in it.
Well, perhaps I'll work a little ways away from that. Is it alright if I move a crate or two? Just a little bit of space for little old me.
Sure.
Oh, wonderful.
What the fuck do I do?
Alright, that's all. Thank you. Alright. Funk. Alright, I'll get to
Can I ask what you're hoping to find while you're here?
Fine, what do you mean?
Like, doing this, right? Like, the point of poking and prodding the plants is to find something out, right?
Oh, well, yes, of course.
I do not know her
Sorry,
name.
repeat that?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, what are you trying to find out then?
Oh, yes, sorry. What am I trying to make? Well, I've bioengineered quite a few plants in my time. And something that I've been wanting to make is something that will live in this desert climate perfectly. A flower that blooms like any other, anywhere, no matter the climate, no matter how hot, no matter how rainy or well, thunderous. And I think I know a place to experiment with that, considering I saw
Don't
quite
fucking
the
trust her.
storm from up there. just little things. And perhaps if my husband was still around, you could take that plant and make a fruit out of it. I'm sure he would be able to do that in a week, maybe
I'm
just a
gonna leave
couple
you
of days.
to it.
And you have a lot of experience working on this stuff, right?
Oh yes, of course, plenty.
You used to work with a company to do it, right?
Oh yes, of course. Been working since I was about 20, right after I graduated. Pardon?
Iogen, right?
Oh yes. Oh, I'm not supposed to mention that, am I? Did you trick me? Did you test me? Oh, I need to get better at
Well,
that.
I saw your badge the other day. I just wanted to double check.
Yes. Oh yes, but I know I'm not supposed to mention it around some people with lipstick, I think.
Yeah, the hot robots with lipstick.
Yes, that's how you describe them. Oh, do I hear a muffled voice approaching?
Yeah.
I think I can make it out. Is that, Damien? Hello! Your armor's quite recognizable, even without my glasses.
Welcome back, Six.
Hi, Damien.
Assume everything went well.
Yeah. We should find a second to chat at some point. Probably not right this second.
No worries. Just come grab me whenever. I have no plans of going out yet or today at all, so I have to drag Die Happy back here because they stole a cash register. First petty crime. Get to use my brand new jail cell. Fucking great.
Find something else to complain about.
Specific things.
So, which facility did you work out of, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, several. I'd be moved around constantly.
You must have been pretty important then. If they were so interested in moving you to different places, your work must have been pretty valuable.
Well, of course. Biological agriculture and such. Of course, I always went with my husband. We'd go to place, area to area, testing out things, see how things reacted to such environments, and such like that.
Do you work with anything other than plants?
To make conversation. No. Well, yes, actually. I had a wonderful fascination with flowers. I've always adored flowers. That's why my goal is to make a flower that can withstand any atmosphere and environment. So general plants and flowers and flora, things like that. My husband, like I think I've said, focused more on fruits, vegetables, and genuine food things, and he was a little bit more important than me, though he always reassured me that we were the same importance, and we'd always be transferred together. It's actually how we met. So nice to remember that. Oh, he was wonderful.
Oh, it's nice you were able to stay with your husband.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that you're not with the company anymore, though, right?
Well, give or take. I'm not really sure. They kind of cut contact after a while. Well, after the specific thing happened, but.
Specific thing?
Oh, yes, of course.
What's the specific thing?
A specific thing of what?
When Iogen cut ties or contact.
Oh, yes. That's it. What do you call it? Well, my husband had been missing for a couple of months, so I started investigating. And I found out plenty of stuff. So much stuff, actually. Incredible amounts of things. And as soon as they figured out I knew these things, they deleted me.
Why didn't they kill you?
They removed me from the email and such.
They could have gotten rid of you. Why didn't they?
Oh, well, kind of, they did. They removed my home. They removed, they took my children. They kind of took everything. And never told me when the ships took off. And so I've just been wandering and making sure all the plants in the barrens and little things have been going around. So I've always made sure that the plants are fine and safe. It's been my passion the past couple of years. I say couple, apparently it's been 44 years.
Did you ever try to look for them? Your children?
Look for who? Oh, they were taken off planet.
Pre-war, maybe.
That's actually incredible. No wonder you seem so serious. But I wonder if I had some music and maybe I might be needing a small plot of land. Wait, maybe some just a little bit of soil and such. Preferably not with, corpses. If you please.
That's where you'll be doing your research as well? On the plot of land?
Yes. Oh, by plot of land, I just mean one of these, dirt plots. Nothing too big. I'm not greedy or anything.
Right.
Yes, a planter. That's the word. Thank you.
Maybe we can set something up temporary and have something set up when we work on this.
We're gonna be expanding the garden soon with Anna. That's the synth I was telling you about, and Mr. Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
The tall fella with the cool glasses and the big hammer.
Yeah.
He's interested in helping out too, so they were gonna help me expand out.
All right.
Though, since I have some vines along with several flowers, I would like to. I don't have to get this from you all. I can find something, but some stands for the vines to grow on, tall ones, stability. I'm sure I can ask around, find them myself. But I will just say that and such things like that.
I have one last question about the Iogen stuff, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh yes, of course. I love making conversation. It's been ages since I've made any conversation, except for the plants.
I heard that our scrappers found you out by the Iogen lab in the Barrens.
Oh yes, indeed.
Have you ever been out there before? Did you know that location, or was that
Perhaps familiar, but at the same time, every Iogen place, white tiled floors, clean mint green kind of walls, or just shades of green and white everywhere. They all kind of turned into the same when you went to so many locations.
Well, alright then. Were you making your way here to Crossroads, or were you just wandering past and that's where they found you? And
Oh, I was just around. Funny enough, I didn't even know this place had existed.
I don't believe you.
alright. Just curious.
You're clearly hiding things.
Yes, of course. I am always
Playing
happy
the
to
act of
answer
an innocent
anything
old
you
lady.
come up to me with, and any
Botanist
questions
who's
about
done no
me,
wrong.
flowers, plants in general, etc. I'll always make time working for anyone.
Alright then. Cool.
I'll give you a proper introduction later.
Well, that does it. I think I have enough. Perhaps I should put the rocks. There are any other questions?
That's all for me.
Where are you headed?
Either of you? No idea.
Great, okay.
Never had a clue in the last 45 years.
I meant now, like, where are you heading now? Like, right, where are you
No
going?
clue.
Okay, alright. We need to find someone.
Oh, I do have a question. What are these? I heard these are crystal masses.
No idea.
We might as well don't touch them.
Of course.
Did you, say last night? Anything? Okay.
Anyways, I'll be wandering around town until I find someone who I think might be able to get me some stands for the vines. I'll gather it wherever you want me to, well, wherever the plot is going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. See you around.
Okay.
You'll see me sooner than later, I'm sure.
If that's true, she's pre-war.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe her children were on the Liberty. It's a pretty big coincidence, don't you think?
Well, I agree, but I don't trust her, but at the same time, I think there's plausibility to her story.
It's too early to tell.
Agreed.
I don't
But,
want her wandering alone. So.
She's not supposed to be, is the big thing.
Yeah,
Sev,
we're
you
tailing
x-rayed her, right?
technically. What the fuck?
Boomtown, maybe.
I'll keep an eye on her if you can go check. Yeah, what's this about the X-ray?
Hello, dear. Can I ask a question? Where do you find people around here? Everyone seems to have disappeared.
A lot of people head out into the Barrens pretty frequently. There's places outside of Crossroads. Some people set up over that direction. Sometimes they're in the Liberty. Usually there's someone, but town seems pretty scarce today.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much for the information. You're so kind. I'll still look around, see if I can find anyone. Perhaps I'll turn in for a little while and rest my bones.
Sure.
Yes, thank you so much. I'll be around.
Where'd your lady go?
She's with Damien now.
Oh, there's a guy here to collect bets for the bash.
The fucking what?
There's a fight happening out in the Barrens, and it's being like advertised all over the place on the radio. They're going around town to town. They're giving out cards.
Oh, maybe you can tell him to come back later, considering I'm pretty sure 70% of the town just went to the Barrens.
Oh, are they out in the Barrens?
They're fucking not here.
Thought they were up at Pit Stop.
Heard a bunch of cars go out.
Well, they might be out at the Barrens. Oof. Did you get that door?
Yeah.
Alright. So it seems like
Hi,
a
Fats.
lot of folks are currently actually out the way you came. You may have passed them coming in.
I feel like I did
Are
see
they
a few
gold
cars
rims?
coming in. Why, yes, they are.
Okay. Well, like I said, a lot of people aren't here, but I guess you could come in. Do you know if Die Happy's still here? Or did they run out into the desert?
No idea.
Were they with Damien?
No. He looks like he's gonna fucking give someone the plague.
You want to make a bet?
Maybe after a few others make a bet.
Like we could throw. What are you betting? I guess I should ask.
People bet on mainly the contestants.
No. I mean, like, what do you bet?
Most of the time, it's chips, valuables, whatever anybody wants to bet, really.
Fuck, something we can
What about
finally spend our
potatoes?
chips on.
What about potatoes? Fresh produce.
I mean, it's always possible.
Cucumber water.
I don't know about the cucumber part, but, you know. The potatoes.
Water's
That's what I was
valuable.
looking for fresh food. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Cucumber water. That's high in electrolytes. High in. You know what? How about this? How about you come on in and we talk about this inside, and you leave your car.
What is
parked
it,
in front of our
babysitting
usual
day?
shop, and I'm sure
I have
people
shit to
will see
do.
it and be curious. So come on in.
Of course.
I apologize.
Nothing to apologize for. Come on.
You guys got rules on like weapons or anything like that? I just thought I would let you know there is a pistol inside the briefcase. I can always give it to you guys if you need it.
That's probably a smart idea.
Yeah, we'll
You
take
were
it.
part of
Yeah, of
security.
course. Hold on. Yeah, just showing that I don't mean any harm. I know how some of these rules work. Here, he's just giving it on safety. There we go.
I take it off. I turn the safety off.
Okay. Where am I?
I'm
Where am I
not
going,
closing
sir?
this door.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? Just right
Anyway.
down the road, follow
The X-ray.
We didn't find anything.
Nothing weird at all. Nothing like me.
No.
Okay. That only tells me one thing. I mean, she could have come here of her own agenda. And maybe she's innocent. Too early to tell. Elhaj has strays comms. I intend to let him keep them. Just so you know.
Okay.
Like if I were to take them and then, replace them with at least more functional ones, would you be sad?
I mean, it is a company car. It isn't really mine. They're just lending it to me, so I'd have to make some.
So we can take it?
I would have. What do you have the spoons with?
We found the spoon.
Anyway, we're getting off track. What's your whole purpose here for?
I love that.
I work for the Baron's Bash TV. The arena fight that most people have been
Baron
here the
Bash
past
TV.
couple of
I
days.
want to participate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I want to
perfect.
You got anywhere to be?
Yeah.
Have you gotten any of our cars by chance?
No.
Yeah. I have
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
Didn't you give me one? I can't
I
read
do
it.
have a few more with me for anybody who's interested. But I'm afraid that we have our
I'm
next
going
one
to the Liberty.
currently full. But we are planning to get more.
Why?
Arenas
I need to get some
going
pieces. I'm gonna make
Wait.
a few things.
I can't
Okay.
participate.
You're welcome to come.
You
Not
take,
in this
uh,
one,
I'm
but
bringing
our
stuff.
next one is going to be open.
Good. All right, just stick together.
This
If
one
you
is
want,
that's going on through today. And
you could go upstairs and
tomorrow, if I'm
replace that
remembering correctly from the top of my
with
head.
one
And
that
I'm
hits a
currently
little
just taking
harder.
The bets.
I don't want to mount
People are
it.
betting on
In
the
fact, this is Kira's.
contestants. See who goes through.
Anything gained that is anything
Hey,
other
thanks.
than chips and street cred?
We won't be gone
Yeah,
long.
valuables.
Come on,
Where are you
Nas.
going?
Liberty.
Liberty.
Alright.
Stick.
Ugh. Sorry.
Fine. Mind if you plan talking with Damien at some point before that?
Yeah. When?
After your trip from the Liberty.
I'll come find you. It won't take
Fine.
us long.
I don't hold you.
Take care.
Good thing you didn't know mouth.
Ah! Not Palia. Fucking hello? That was stupid. That was really stupid. That was so dumb. Damn it. Sorry, Mouse.
It was okay.
Alright, let's go. I keep melting the guns that I carry, so I think it's time to make something a bit fireproof.
Is that why we are going to the Liberty?
Perhaps. I think I need to harvest some of the scrap on the outside of the ship. In addition to the weapon, though, the amount of tech that I've had to carry over the last several months between you and Rusty and all of this new Iogen shit, I think it's about time I get a device to store it on. For the time being, I'm going to nab some wiring and a screen from one of those little devices that roll around in there.
There's a desk crawler.
Yeah, come here, come here. We're going to avoid it if we can. When it's far enough along, we're going to climb the ladder.
Okay.
Go. I wonder if it'll go through the warp gate. Puppies, please.
You think it will try?
It could. A couple of them disappeared into it a couple weeks ago. It doesn't seem to be heading in that direction.
Do you think they are drawn to it?
Maybe. They are inherently from the warp, aren't they?
I do not know.
Alright. Okay. We'll come back for this screen here if we don't find anything better.
Okay.
Anything happen on your end while we were gone? Is that different?
It seems different.
There isn't a door on this side. Or a window.
But there is on this side.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mouse.
I was trying to remember if I had done anything.
Alright, I'm gonna do something dumb. Not that dumb. It's empty.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
I think other than what I did with the scan, there isn't really anything of note.
I suppose in some ways that's a good thing. I'm just glad we came home and everything wasn't on fire.
Yes. It has been rather quiet.
In the coming days, the lab for the next procedure is going to be prepped. I would like for you to be there when we go in. If you can.
What do you mean?
Well, this Jean person that we've been working with, she is, well, I don't trust her entirely, and she'll be the one doing it. I'd rather have a doctor in there that I trust.
Okay.
Even if just to make sure she's not doing anything weird.
I can be there to keep an eye on it. Yeah.
And when we're done with her and that lab, I'd like your eye in helping figure out if there's anything worth keeping before we torch it all. These are too big. I had intended to kill her when we were finished, and I still might. But, we found some records in that laptop. Notes left by the original Jean. It seems as though her originator wasn't quite on board with the chip agent program. But they're not very sympathetic to it all, and that alone makes me hesitant to let her live. But it also doesn't really seem to matter whether she dies or not, because they're still making more of her. It's all quite annoying.
I assume this one is different from the rest, then?
She's different from the silent ones that watch us, in the sense that she's got a different purpose than they do, and she can speak. She says she was built to last longer, but that they all have purpose. They all have a reason. a program that they follow. But I don't know what hers is yet. Specifically. She's very dodgy. Maybe I'm not asking the right questions.
Maybe not. Dodgy as in she is trying to hide things?
She could be, in her own way. She's dodgy in the sense that she's never very specific on what it is that she's trying to do, only that they're trying to make the world better. She doesn't say how. She doesn't say what they're doing to make it better. There was documents on... That's still kind of big. There's documents on...
Keep looking around the ship.
Biosynths made and sent to... Paragon? But they were equipped with artillery. They were construction bots. They were war machines disguised as construction bots. Why the fuck would Paragon need that? What agenda were they pushing? Huh.
So, this documentation... How long ago was this? If you know.
Well, the original Jean is dead. That's why they're making clones of her to further her work, I assume. So, could be a couple years, could be pre-war. And it's notes from multiple facilities. Some of them from mine, some from the ones that are buried in the sands.
I don't know whether that is more or less helpful.
I don't know. It seems like some of these things were pre-war. But if Iogen still stands, then so do the rest, maybe.
Maybe.
This panel might be enough for now. I'm sure we have scrap to make the body of the tablet. And if Kira needs wiring, we'll come back in. Oh. Come in, please. Sorry.
It is okay.
Additionally, though, we went to the south to go to one of the buried facilities that Jean requested of us. And Tempest was there. They were leaving with crates, and Latte was with them. I don't know. We weren't spotted. They had aircraft. I want to know what they left with, though. I could have just taken that one. Jean also advised that the best thing we could do for the biosynths going haywire is to just put them out of their misery. That their program is broken and it can't be fixed. She also gave some strange advice about not trusting anyone. She made it sound like we might run into more Iogen in the future, and that they're actively working against her. And us. I don't know how much I trust her word, though. I'm sure it goes without saying that we are being cautious no matter what.
Scraps. Name kind of implies what they are. Scrapper makes a lot of their stuff by hand. Very, very strong materials on what they have. We got Tumbleweed, a very, very fast fella. Is known for having quick reflexes and is very, very speedy. Norman, big scarred bastard. What's wrong with you?
No worries, take your time. If you're going through the burrow, do you want to take this screen with you? Thank you.
Do you think there'll be plenty of them?
I
Seven
bet
will be
50
back.
chips on a guy.
A guy that you have no idea what they can do.
His name is Tumbleweed. He's a fast fighter. He uses speed to his advantage, and I think he's a stabby guy.
Okay. I hope you win.
I resonated with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it reminds me of someone I know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, just 50 chips, so basically a day's worth of earnings.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, what? We've piled them up? Because
We
what
have quite
do we
a
use
bit.
them for?
Yeah. I just didn't want to spend too much. Then Damien spent like 200.
What the fuck does he... Never mind.
He does a lot of jobs out of town.
Apparently we're talking
He also
to him
has
soon.
direct line of communication with Lay.
Huh. I told Elhaj I'd come find him after scrapping. He wants to talk to Damien.
Last I saw, he was out with Kira. So if you radioed her,
I saw him coming in.
get him.
You're not coming with?
What are we talking to him about?
I don't know all of it. I wanted to talk to him about what happened a few days ago.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I could take a nap later.
Are you taking that now? I'm just looping you in, I guess.
No, yeah, I appreciate it. I was just gonna lie down.
That's fair. I hope that we're sitting
Yeah,
in this
I could
conversation
come.
because my fucking legs hurt.
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
Also, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna take some of the eyes from the rusty bots, the infiltrators that used to attack us, and see if I can't pawn them off.
To who?
So apparently they have high-end insurance for their tougher fighters, where if they lose bits, they'll replace them.
Okay. Sure.
I was gonna run out and sell basically some parts to them.
Alright. It's not like we're using them.
Well, that's kind of why I brought it up. Like, do you want to give Sev super cool assassin vision?
If she wants that.
We can check, yeah.
I think her voice box is giving her trouble today.
Oh, yeah, it was a common occurrence as of late, I've noticed. A lot of voice boxes. We want to wait for her before we grab Damien?
Yeah, we'll give her a few minutes. I'll update Elhaj on the situation.
You want me to radio Kira?
No, she was right there. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Wax fire, that's what you call it. Okay.
That's where it's at.
We ever get any
Stop.
like rare materials like iron or anything?
Who's all privy to this conversation?
Hmm?
Yeah.
What conversation? What are they? What?
Need to make a weapon.
Okay.
Because I don't exactly have
I'll ask him.
What? No, no. What? Who?
Miscommunication.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what they mean.
the only soil that's available is made from corpses.
The fresh soil up in the Lebanese. They got a hydroponics.
The thing about
Yeah.
ah. What? There's a lot going on.
With iron.
But yeah, did Thatch tell you? Spoon.
this week.
Well,
Yes.
It is so I can reflect the light sun into people's eyes like this. Look.
seems to be gone at this, the outside, so I'm going to just be wandering around here if you need me or anyone needs me.
Oh, man. Wait.
I love answering.
Yeah.
Tell him not to do it to
Give
me.
me my spoon back. Okay, don't do it. Anyways, I know not a lot. I think Thatch is the one that knows better. Told them that apparently someone kidnapped her. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, who told you that?
Like, people kidnapped her, apparently. From, I don't... Do you remember who?
She's not supposed to be by herself.
No. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Yes, but it seemed like she is not a problem
You don't know that.
for now. Well, you know, we had done X-ray.
That doesn't mean anything. That just means she's not a victim.
Right. You seem very uptight. What's going on?
Well, that's a problem. Damien's a problem. Elhash is a problem. It didn't help, but no, they're not really a problem.
Oh dear.
Yeah, careful. There's you fall in and break your neck or something. It would be a terrible accident.
It would be. Anyways, what are you all doing? I just had a wonderful conversation with that Elhaj man.
We're not really doing anything. We were just wandering.
Fair enough. I'm doing exact same. Don't really have anything else. Oh, actually, I might do. I perhaps might. Anyways, how do you get chips? Not like the food item, but like the currency. I haven't, needed currency in quite a couple of years, so I'm wondering if there's any work I could do.
To be fair, I have no clue. People just have the chips, and we do like noodle shop, and we just get chips. That's all. I don't know where the fuck they come from.
Interesting.
Wait a goddamn minute.
So, like,
Is this ours?
open there on your pillow.
This is ours, yeah.
Quite clever.
Oh, but
Sell your produce.
yeah. What? I got nothing.
No idea for jobs?
Dog just opened a diner. Maybe he's looking for.
Is that the person with the mask and in the large leather jacket?
Yes, he's resting today, but maybe tomorrow you could talk to him about getting a job.
Oh, I'd love to ask him. I think I saw it. It's the place just over there, right?
Yes.
Oh, it looks so quaint and lovely.
I hear that people are fond of it.
Well, I'm just going to be standing around. I don't know why you're expecting something. I don't have anything to do.
Not really expecting. It'd be rude to walk away from you, so.
Fair enough. That hat very much suits you.
It really doesn't. It's horrible.
Why? Matches their outfit. I'm pretty sure.
It's bad.
You available?
Yeah.
I think it's just fine. Everyone's migrated to the more popular person. I'll be on my way.
I don't what.
Give her to someone else. Can we sit somewhere, please?
Why? Alright, somewhere pie.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that as well. I want access to that, and I want access to security. Holy shit, okay. No, you're a terrible security member. I don't want you on my team. No, please, give me a job. Okay, fine. I don't know why you're Italian.
You really are disrespecting me here, you see?
My God,
You're breaking your mother's heart, you see? Oh my goodness, it's Spartano. Let's go.
I hate you.
Yeah. I was holding on to it this entire time.
Why, you knew I'd ask? Or did you miss me that bad?
Why not both?
You don't fucking miss me a lot. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
Sure, I guess I'm the only one who felt like that, then.
Don't sound so sad about it.
You did.
That was different then.
You were still you.
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to trust anything that came before that procedure, huh?
I'm just saying that we are both in the same spot at this point. You saw me as a friend then. To say that I miss these back and forths would be too far off the nose. I had to deal with that shitty girl, you know, other self. She was a pain in the ass.
Well, she was a byproduct of shitty people.
You drag up here for it.
You asked me if I had a minute.
Yeah, to talk with Damien.
Oh. Well. Yeah. Is this a conversation with, like, everyone?
What do you mean?
Like, is it the you and me and Damien thing? Is it the you and me and Strays and Damien thing?
What the fuck? May have been a misfire. Yeah, it's a me, you, and Damien thing. Cause, well, Imagine we want to talk to him about what happened. And forcing to get off our backs about it. Because truth be told, he does have a bit of a hand in it. He let Wallace out, and so did the AI.
Yeah.
Let's start this whole shindig shit.
You know, with her resetting the entire facility, is he still going to have access? Wallace?
No. Wallace got in because he inserted a new access credential. But there is a possibility that he could hack his way through like he did last time. That's why I told her to reinforce it even further. Not electronic locks, but more mechanical.
And he's not useful to me. Means
No,
I have... Yeah. Means I have to rely on Jean longer.
We're a Paragon bot to start with, or at least a Paragon AI. I think they only went in there for the numbers.
I talked to Thatch. I get where he's coming from. I asked him not to do it again. He seems pretty insistent.
What?
That should anything ever happen to me, or if you slip up, you are done. You're an enemy. He doesn't really care about your well-being. And I get it. But I do need you.
But does he understand that? You say you get where he's coming from, but does he get what you're coming from? Or is that just one-sided? He gets his way.
I don't know how much he understands it.
Hardly.
Quite frankly, I don't know how much he cares about the circumstances of I don't know. It's
got it. He gets to throw me all he wants. It's whatever. But I will say if he tries something, I'm sorry you'll have one less boyfriend. Done trying to prove myself to him. Let that be obvious, keeping you here when he wasn't around for it.
He doesn't say it that way.
Of course he doesn't. So as long as you're well and healthy, and being able to live the next day, could care less of what happens to anyone. Pretty sure he'd sink this place to the bottom of the sea if that meant you can live. It's not love, it seems like it's an obsession. Probably because you're the first good thing in his life.
He was the first good thing in mine. But I can't. I don't think I can put that first.
Good. Your drive outweighs your love then. I can get behind that. Dix. What the hell do you want me to do? Huh? Make this all better? I'm not trying to kill your boyfriend if he threatens to kill me. Fine, whatever. Incapacitate, maim him. Shit.
It's not yours to fix. I'm not asking you to put anything above yours or her life. I would do the same. I'm not even asking you to put any of this ahead of your own goals. It's my own mess. I'm not upset that you said you'd fucking kill him, Elhaj. I should be.
Read the room.
I'm not faulting you. I've already asked a lot. I'm not holding this over your head too.
Just done with making you miserable.
Iogen makes me miserable. I don't know how to be anything else. And I just made the realization that the love that I have for him is not as strong as my drive. And I don't... Maybe that makes me as cold as I was before.
Makes us the same at least.
Don't know if you've always said that you wanted to be an equal or press me. Don't know if it's some sort of validation, so just color me impressed. I wanted to talk with you with Damien, because I know you had shit to say.
Yeah.
And I acknowledge that. I wasn't gonna do it without you.
I'm ready to talk to him. I think I need a second. Just a few minutes. If you get him and have a meeting spot, then I'll meet you there.
I'm not gonna tell her, by the way.
I think that's probably a good call.
Seems happier this way. So does he. So will you. I'll hate it though. It's whatever. 3 out of 1. It's a good deal.
Ah, shit. Maybe it's not too late. For what it's worth to you, at least. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe you don't care if he likes you or not. Maybe that's not a factor to you. So is it really a loss?
Some sick part of me was thinking, if I end up getting into like, yeah, it'll be like that shit never even happened in the first place. I wouldn't be lying.
There's Damien.
Take your time.
Where will you be?
I'll bring her up here once you're ready. Once I know you're ready.
Well, I have comms now, so I'll call you. I think he's holding a gun.
Now with the suitcase.
Damien.
You ready? Is that not regular?
I don't know, usually he's not holding it.
Maybe he just needs to get his big dick energy out.
Maybe. Fuck it. Just call him.
You okay now?
No, but I can wear a mask pretty well.
Give that 5 more minutes.
She means that much to you, huh?
Suppose.
Is she the reason you took the hit? Or was it something else?
No, and I don't think I'd be able to tell you. But I think it was just a bit of everything. As well as validating myself. Back in the hydroponics. Sure, I could see all that sweet shit and wave my gun around. But I think at that point, never felt more real to me. used to one day not looking like an enemy one day.
What?
He sees me as one. Don't know how the rest of you see me. But it's what you say to my face.
I see you as someone useful. Someone I need. You are my pain and my security at the same time. And I still hate that it's you that makes her so happy. But I will never stand in the way of that happiness. She's already had enough misery. But I no longer see you as an enemy.
Just like getting Damien up here.
Okay.
You want to be the one to cut off his exit when I bring him up here?
I guess. I'm not going to threaten him. I want to use him.
I mean, we are going to say to tell him to back off or kill him. For sure that much is true.
You don't think he's more useful to have in our pocket, though? Sure, we can tell him, stay in your lane. Don't get in our way again. But I think we should also make sure he understands that we're not enemies with each other. And I was hoping that maybe he could help us figure out what Tempest took in those crates.
Alright, I'll phone him in. Yo, Damien, you available?
Looks like Kara might be coming too.
That's fine.
And Thatch.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna need a bigger high rise.
Maybe we don't do this on the high rise?
Maybe. But what else? The security tower, or at least to some degree.
I don't trust that at all. You know, the odds of people listening into your security conversations is pretty easy when the fence isn't that far away from the building.
On the very corner of it, there's a chance, but if someone stands on the other side of the wall, maybe. But holy shit, you brought a party.
Yeah.
They decided to come with.
Looking and waiting for you.
Yeah.
Us? What the hell were you waiting for us for?
For this.
Oh. I thought it was just gonna be us two. Well, yeah.
Is it?
I was under the
Didn't-
assumption it was all of us. I got up
Yeah.
from my nap.
Sorry, I was confused.
Told from her that I was.
Yeah, and then I was told from Thatch that Sticks was. It was a lot of back and forth. Oh shit.
I did ask what
Careful
sort
the
of
railing.
conversation this was and got like 3 different answers.
Okay, good to know that.
We
That was
offloaded
not
Graham on
well-communicated at all.
Zoji for this. So we're sticking around.
Okay, glad to know that this was not communicated well at all. Regardless. So. I suppose with.
Now he's nervous.
I want to ask. Is there anything that I perhaps need to be filled in on? In my absence, I left the town in your care after all.
Nothing really extraordinary other than people starting to go to Black Spire.
Really, no, just people.
He went there as
Him
well.
and Lay.
I tagged along, I was about to say. It's not really a secret. Nor did I intend to keep it as a secret.
Would be probably good to start with that.
I was getting there.
Like that. You know what their business was there, as well as your own, as well as hers. I know she's been
Yes.
standing outside until the Thistle Plains, so.
As far as I was aware, it's just exploration. Contrary to belief, she doesn't tell me anything herself. Hell, she doesn't even tell me that much.
She told you about a barrier. A barricade.
That's now destroyed.
One that you planned on rebuilding, if I recall correctly.
That she wanted to.
What's the purpose of this barricade?
Keep things from leaving and keep things from going in, from what I understand.
Except for her,
That's
of
fine.
course.
She did mention she wanted to. First, it was to make sure people didn't go in to not hurt themselves, which. Then it was to make sure people didn't go in to start scrapping everything. Her words.
So why didn't she just give her plasma tech? The place is a hot spot for warp activity. If anything, that would be the most prominent way for people to defend themselves. Easy.
Trust me, I'm with you. I don't get the logic.
It's backwards. It's hypocritical. And I've been seeing a lot of that these past few weeks.
Or how about the fact you should also mention she's the one who cut the crystal at the ritual site downstairs?
Ooh, that's fun.
Knew of that one.
She was the one that destroyed it. And she asked me to gather the broken bits of it. apparently for
And now
something
things
to
are
help with the
changing down
Woodgate.
there.
He went down there before and saw the changes himself.
I didn't know it was
Yeah,
related to
that doesn't change the
obelisk.
fact that she decided to do something, and now it's affecting the whole town.
Yeah, she only wanted to speak of that the moment Kira caught her, or at least like knew of the broken obelisk, and she seemed to have went on this whole spiel about how we should have came to her about it when we didn't know she destroyed it in the first place. How the fuck were we supposed to ask about it?
No, I'm with you.
Is she doing
why
this?
She wants me to gather. I don't know, and I don't know why she wants me to gather up those broken parts of the crystal. She said that's all I needed to know.
No. What are you getting out of it?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. No,
Like,
telling you the truth. She
she's
barely tells me
doing
anything.
the same exact thing. I told you that she's doing the same exact fucking thing Robo Crew was doing. And I'm not standing for it. She doesn't get to
From what
decide
I-
shit for the whole town. She doesn't get to decide specific areas that we can and cannot go. She doesn't have that power.
Hence why I'm reaching out for the message you asked me to do.
Don't give her those pieces either, unless she wants to come forward and talk.
I wasn't gonna do it regardless. At this point, she's just giving me errands. I'm the fucking errand boy.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but it seemed like you were gonna do it either way.
No.
Oh. No.
No, wasn't gonna do it.
So if we haven't gotten to you right now, would you have talked to Elhush about it? Or any of us? I know not me, but at least Elhush.
What to say?
Probably would've.
When I
That's
approached
exactly
him, he
what
talked
I-
about these things. So yes.
Proofreading is appreciated.
Yeah.
I know she's doing this to take care of the gate. On her own, mind you. When I asked why, her reasoning was other people would mess it up. Or get in the way.
Well, or so she says. He's been fear-mongering about that. You know how many times she told me that thing is about to open? 4 times she told me that, and 4 times I believed her, and I've encouraged her and as well as supported her about that. And I was a fool for doing so because 4 times nothing happened at all. And she says, whack, crazy, evil shit is gonna come out of that. Yet one of the most prominent things that came from that literally walked out from the entrance of this crater and literally said hi to us. It's fear mongering. She doesn't know what the hell, even her own, even from there, at all.
If it proves anything, it proves no matter how familiar she might be, it's clear she's not as familiar as she thinks. You know, I'm not saying she's necessarily wrong about the gate because other people have said some similar shit. But to make that call that many times, it kind of shows she's not the expert she thinks she is, which makes her all the less the individual who should be making the individual shots here.
I'm agreeing. This is more than a one-person type situation. And I agree that Black Spire probably has what we need in order to fix this. Either info or otherwise.
And that's where we'll go for our answers once we're able to get in. Just a big old middle finger to her. Saying we'll solve our own
It
problems.
shouldn't be that. The point should be to do what we need to do.
Plenty of people willing to help alongside with that. Thinkers of light. She's told me that that stuff is similar to tech to some degree. Really old, at least in their eyes, how warp walkers see tech. Tinkers of the sort all alike here. I'd be willing to throw them a bone.
Hopefully. And I will say this now, while I'm thinking about it. I think it would be best for me, at least, to stay in her good graces. That way I can be in on her plans to at least some degree. While I think she's doing things for the reasons, going the wrong way about it. Hopefully.
That would be useful.
You could be playing us too, though.
I'll still send your message regardless, Thatch. Having an open dialogue about this would make things... it'd bring them light, for sure.
I didn't realize that's what this talk was. I'm gonna be honest. I thought this talk was about what happened a week ago. Yeah, no, that stands.
We can talk about that, too.
Well, I assume that's what this was. Apparently I was wrong. Or was I?
It was part of it.
On that front, I've kept to my word. Haven't spoken about what was really going on. All I've said is, don't know what they were doing.
No one's really
That's
asked
true.
questions, and there's been no rumors. Been pretty quiet on that front. No one's followed up.
Glad they have goldfish memory then.
I think they just assume we got there first.
That's good.
Which, technically, we did.
Chalk it up to a skill issue.
More on that front, what else needs to be brought up then? If anything at all. Whatever you guys are doing there is, again, your own private business. No concern of mine. Doesn't affect the town in any major way.
The fact we haven't had any more chameleons actually may have helped the town.
Nix. Got anything?
Sort of. Kind of. Wanted to have our own chat, though.
Right, you mentioned that.
As in you and him?
Yeah. I can wait.
We could step away.
Whatever you want to do. If you have other things that you want to clear with him before going, please do.
We spoke. We spoke
I'm just
yesterday.
gonna say this once. If you snoop in our business again and we see you somewhere out there when we're doing stuff, I'm gonna kill you.
Welcome to try.
I'm not alone in this. I hope you understand.
I hope you realize it was
Let's
purely
not draw
coincidental.
lines in the sand. And it wasn't, don't lie.
I'm just-
You heard.
That's why
You said it
followed
yourself.
us.
You heard from Moxie. Came out. It wasn't just coincidental. Don't fucking lie. Let's not draw lines in the sand here.
I'm just warning him, that's all.
Harold, you got anything?
Tell me with the spoon.
What does the spoon say?
I am holding the spoon as I am waiting for the extra terrestrials to vibrate at a frequency that I might decode it to a message.
Fair enough.
That's the third different answer I've heard from him.
You not heard. It was like 5 or 6 or 7. There's a lot.
You want us to clear out sticks?
Yeah, it won't take long.
Do you want us to take his weapons?
Shouldn't be necessary. I'm not looking for a fight.
Same here. Just civil conversation.
Alright, then I'll go first.
I'd like to say a quick thing as well.
I can go and come back up. Stop it. Come on.
I haven't noticed those scars before.
They're not new. At least not as of prison.
Wow. I haven't noticed them before.
Wait, what? Wasn't it you that was gonna talk to him a lot? What?
Elhaj had some words too.
Elhaj is... You want me to wait down here?
Doesn't hurt.
Which means you should find Graham.
That is not my job.
Or
Free grandma.
Zoji keeper. No, not free grandma. She could be an infiltrator
Free
for all we
grandma.
know. Hey,
Grandma would never betray us.
Alright, I'll...
I'm security again.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
Am
I
I the
just
only
wanted
one
the
who's
doors.
Now,
May as well.
yeah, you know, you could be security and then you don't need to do the thing you always do.
There's Graham. I'm not calling her that. What's her name?
Graham. I'm gonna be real with you. Before this, I was calling her Doctor. I can't remember her name.
Her name is Doctor.
It's Graham.
Doctor who?
Why don't you guys see this glorious?
I hate that.
What?
Just the way he's standing right now and... Look at him! Not me! Look at him!
What's up, Harold?
I think you should make
Spoon
Harold
is up.
place a bet with the man behind him.
Oh.
Remy! I remember his name.
I'm looking for a man in
It's like the
red.
rat.
He has my gun. I'm on my way out.
Oh.
Oh!
Hold on.
He's in a meeting.
Elhaj, will you have Damien give you that man's pistol so that he can leave when you come down?
Gotcha.
Thanks. You'll have your pistol in a few minutes.
Hey.
Of course. Thank you.
Cool. I'm gonna be rich.
Why were you just holding up to the fence?
No.
What do you mean you're gonna
What
be
do you
rich?
want?
I'm gonna be rich.
What do you want?
Ah, nothing. I just saw Pet holding up to the fence. I don't know why he was doing that when the fence is open, but okay.
Let me out!
Anyways, if you guys want privacy, I can close the door.
There's
Wait.
holes.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but... It is the thought that counts. I'm gonna...
She should use this. Find Grandma!
She's right there. Her name is Doctor.
I don't see Grandma.
Right there. Right there.
I'll be bored.
Climbing
She's not there,
the fucking...
and wait.
Oh, what is she doing? Grandma's... Zoji's obviously not watching her.
Well, what have we learned? Can't rely on anyone, you know? That might not be
Free
totally
grandma.
true. Stop. She's up to something.
Senile.
Could be fake.
Could be fake.
That's so extra. You show off.
He seems really obsessed with the plants, though. Like, to a dangerous degree. Her own safety.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
She's old war, too.
She's not clear just because she's old and likes plants.
No. But the story checks out. If it makes a lot of sense. She doesn't seem like the rest of them.
That
Don't want to keep this open.
No.
Oh, we need the gun. Oh, do you have the gun?
I told him to
Yeah, I
get
have
it.
the gun.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Okay. Yo. Did he threaten you?
Welcome up. Just said just say that he was infuriated with me. Perfectly reasonable, of course.
Are you just saying that?
No, I agree.
It was frustrating, but I think we need less enemies. It happened. Can't change it. I don't want to make an enemy out of you, Damien.
Nor out of you.
I've been trying to repair my relations with the town since being locked up. And this entire ordeal is to get a piece of tech out of my neck so that that doesn't happen again.
I had an inkling.
Yes, it involves us working with probably not the best people. We don't really have any other options. But not at the cost of all of that. If anything we're doing starts to bring harm to anyone here or this place, we'll leave.
It's a good thing we have going here.
I agree.
Hate to see it become another fucking ruin. Not again.
There's a lot of stubborn people here. I don't think they would so easily let that happen. But whether or not they're strong enough to protect it is another story. I'm sure the Collective and the Iogen are not going to be our strongest adversaries.
Agreed. We got lucky, I think.
I agree. Very lucky. Lucky their tanks couldn't fit through the fucking gate.
Surprised they didn't just keep shooting. But, again, it's neither here nor there. I did want to use Lighthouse to help the town. That much I do want to make clear, not for any nefarious reasons.
Whatever anyone wants with Wallace and Lighthouse, I don't care, as long as it doesn't get in my way. That's your business.
It is. Like how what's going on with you guys is yours.
Exactly.
But I did want to extend a hand. I know I came in at a bad time. Really bad time, in fact. Matter of fact. In a very bad way. But extend a hand regardless. Like you said. Less enemies, more friends.
Agreed.
If you ever need my help in anything in your personal affairs, there's anything I can do to help, and I truly mean it, be more than happy.
I just might take you up on that. When they're done with my chip, I have plans of my own. Plans that are bigger than I am. And I might need more allies. I don't know you very well.
Mentioned.
Oh yeah?
Something about a greater nation, as he put it.
That's different. That's his own shit. I don't know much about that. Though, if you know of any sources other than Iogen to supply medical and shit, I'm looking.
Yeah, I can keep that in mind.
We,
And there's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
we were in the south. At an older facility. We ran into Tempest there.
Makes sense. Tempest Bay is somewhere south.
Yeah, but why were they at an Iogen facility?
I have no idea.
That's something I could use some help finding out. They left with equipment from the facility. I don't know what it was, and we didn't get close enough to ask.
I can inquire.
I'd appreciate it.
I'll ask the mayor. I'm close to her.
I've never gotten a chance to talk to her myself, unfortunately.
As for why most people don't know much about me, it was purposeful. I've been accused of some very dangerous things. One person with just the right mindset can turn me in for a lot of money. I've gone such great lengths to hide my face.
Suppose that's fair.
Like I said, used to be a Tempest soldier. Not just any soldier, I was Sergeant Major of the fucking Aeon City. Militia.
You weren't far.
But got betrayed by greed.
Your own or someone else's?
Someone else's. General in charge of the outpost, General Braun. He's the one that sold Tempest communication secrets to the Collective. I think they will jam everything.
Suppose not even Tempest is
find out?
shape.
What happens when I find out? Get caught. Get turned into a scapegoat. But the blame's put on me. Court-martialing the whole 9 yards. Of course I escaped when Collective attacked. And hence why I'm not so go happy with my face. But it seems like not many people out here really know what happened in the city, so.
Seems like a lot of the people are from the wastes. I don't even remember Aeon City. I know that I was there. That's about it.
It was a shadow of its former self from what my grandpa told me.
Yeah, just like many things, I suppose. But Tempest is basically just a huge corp. I'm not surprised that they have their own snakes.
And I'm assuming you now happen to Tower 42 as well, correct? Or
We
is it
did.
41?
41.
That was 41. That was also General Braun.
They're alive still?
With Tempest. Clean as a whistle.
Got any plans for revenge?
That's the hope. But until that AI came around, I had real no way of getting in there. Maybe change my face a bit, go back to the academy. That's why I was cozying up with the mayor for a little bit.
Can I ask you a question? Like a weird, personal question.
Sure.
Wanting revenge. Has it changed you at all? Changed your priorities?
In some ways, yes. I see things differently now. I now see things, sometimes people, as tools. But you also have to learn to differentiate that. The whole world isn't your tool for revenge, much as I would want it to be. Not everybody cares about your revenge. For a while, that's all I thought about. Until I realized it was leading me down mental, physical ruin. It's about fitting it in to restructuring my life, I guess. It's still high up there in priority, but at the end of the day, there's not much I could do. He has an airtight alibi. Well, according to him, anyways. He's a general. It's not like I could really pull up security cam footage or any recordings or communications. Not unless I had access. It's definitely changed me in some way. It didn't used to be so cold. So mistrustful. Maybe that's just the betrayal talking. Not everyone has the best. That's what I'm looking for. Outlook on things. No one has the best interests of everyone else in mind. All it takes is one person to fuck everything up. That's why I've been reluctant. Not out of mistrust, but of fear, mostly. Fear that the one person's gonna come around and fuck everything up again. I got scared.
How do you differentiate the revenge from everything else?
Still trying to figure that one out myself a bit. But the way I see it, it can get me an immediate effect almost. Well, because it can help me right this very moment. If not, put it to the side. It helps to slow down and think through things. Be logical. Emotions are good. Can be, especially in certain instances, but it also makes you do dumb things. Through my own training, I've had good preparation for this sort of thing. Not everyone can do it, but everyone can be trained at the least. I'm guessing you yourself struggle with it then.
I suppose you could say it's something we have in common.
Well, revenge certainly doesn't seem to be in short supply in this world we live in.
No, but compared to many others, I feel like mine is within reach. But it's turning me into the monster I was trying to get away from, and I may have reached the point where I don't care.
Sounds like you found something else to live for then.
The strays. Thatch. But the priority game, trying to put them first when I know that they should be there before the revenge. It feels like a losing battle.
I can definitely see how it gets harder the closer and closer it becomes more realized.
Yeah.
When reality seems to put things into motion that just seem almost like it's being handed to you almost. It's like... And so far from myself, that hasn't happened. Revenge can come in many different forms for me and myself. I could either kill him, or let him rot in jail. In hell. Just the knowledge that his doing led to the death of his wife, sweet irony. His own wife, killed by the collective.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
Everything's fucked up. But
There's rays of hope, I like to think. Crossroads is one of those rays of hope.
I hope to
I
feel
was
the same
told
way.
Stories. Yeah. I was told stories of the old world. How everything worked, how everything looked. I hope we can go back to that one day. Not for ourselves, but for children and grandchildren. Build a better world that I'll never see myself. I guess I'm a fool.
It's hard not to imagine everything covered in piles of sand. Broken buildings as far as the eye can see.
Well, for the sand, you just need a really big vacuum.
You're one of those drink the ocean kind of people, huh?
There is no ocean, I'm sorry. Listen, I was on the coast, and it's all just sand. The ocean is gone. Wait, does that mean someone drank it up then already? Shit, someone beat me to it. Nah, whatever.
Yeah.
Jokes aside.
As far as Lay goes, tread carefully.
Oh, believe me, I'm getting that sentiment.
I'm not going to ask you to betray her or, like, spill everything to us. But at the end of the day, I think we all want what's best for Crossroads.
That's the sentiment I got from her and mine, too. The others are paranoid. Not without reason, of course. I don't blame them. Secrets, when they hurt you, can seem like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, they can. Even so.
She has best things in mind, but she's going away about them that I don't know. She's an interesting one, that one. You know she doesn't trust Elhaj at all.
I've heard. We used to be
herself.
closer. She was there for me when I
She was
got out.
offered a chance to join the Strays.
She was honorary for a while. Some of her art is in our alley. Thatch and I had a disagreement one day. Kira doesn't get along with her. She and I just don't really connect.
Is there many people Kira gets along with?
I find that when you take the time to try and understand her, she becomes a lot easier to talk to. I know she's a lot, and I know she's aggressive and exhausting. She means a lot to me, though. I hope someday that others can see what I see.
I feel like it'll take like a lot for me.
Fair.
Not for lack of trying, mind you.
Yeah. She wasn't always that way. Life made her that way.
I feel like that goes for most people.
Mm.
It's most people, I would assume.
That said, though...
So... friends. Or at least associates to begin with.
Allies. We'll start there.
I'll take that.
And then back on security, so you're stuck with me.
Hey, you're a good fighter. I don't care.
Thanks.
No, okay. Congrats. Welcome back.
Thanks. I really just wanted the crow's nest. But I guess I'll do some pat-downs and shit, too. Patrols and whatnot.
We appreciate it. Yeah, I've gone into the habit of doing perimeter checks myself.
Anything to get me out of the walls.
Absolutely. I know Thatch had that project he wanted to do for building a guard gate out there.
Yeah. I thought it was a good idea.
Not a bad idea. It is. Regardless, thanks for the talk.
You too.
Appreciate it, of course. And hopefully someday I can take this damn Albert off.
Someday.
Cool. Awesome.
That's all
hey,
that.
if she ever totals that thing, I'll fucking buy it.
That's up between you and her.
Yeah, like, when she totals it, I'll buy it off her.
Okay.
When she totals it.
Yo.
Buddy got me a beer.
That was nice of
And then a
him.
bunch of people came to say hi. Also, the buggy's in, she's on life support.
Good.
Doing what I can.
Thank you.
Bring her back to me, please.
You doing good?
I'm tired.
Oh, fuck, was that vipers?
Yeah, no, that wasn't really very fun. That thing was fucking huge.
Yeah, it's twice as fast as my muscle car, so.
Yeah, I don't...
People need to wear more armor, man. Keep telling people.
It didn't really care about us. I think we just crossed
moves
paths.
at like 200 miles an hour. Your armor ain't gonna do shit.
I don't even think it saw
Twice
us.
as long as these trucks.
Well,
Probably
that'd be
not.
fine. Maybe. Rather not take that bet, though. If I can help it.
Oh, that was something else that happened while you were scrapping. I did a bet, but also I'm gonna go cook at the bash. I'm gonna like open a stall.
Okay.
Oh, you got confirmed for that?
No, but like I'm gonna do it anyway.
Dang, get your name out there. Brain recognition and all that.
Listen, we'll have drinks from the convenience store. We'll have a bunch of food. We'll just run it out. Almost no overhead. All profit.
I can see it now. Thatch's nudes. Big old.
We were going with the nudie bar. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see how that. Yeah, that'd be better. You get the wrong crowd with that, but they probably still buy noodles.
Fuck you, ain't your wrong crowd. Everyone's fucking hungry.
That's true.
Birds get hungry.
Fair enough.
Alright. Also, if I win, I get 5k.
That's a lot. What the
Oh,
fuck are you
shit.
gonna do with even more chips?
Hey, like 5k chips? That's the pool? That's it?
Fuck you.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm sorry I'm successful in my business.
Yeah, speaking of success, did you blow up that crystal?
Too.
No, it's still sitting up at pit stop.
Fuck.
Can we kill it with hammers?
Crystal.
I was gonna just bury it, honestly.
I went to the
there's a bunch of,
collective
like,
base and blew
old
up one of the
underground
inhibitor
shit.
crystals, but I couldn't
And
blow
I
up
was
the
just gonna,
second
like,
one, so
blow
it's
some
over there.
ruins on it. See, hopefully it crushes it.
We're gonna blow it up.
Actually, that brings up. Actually, do you think we can use that on the gate?
I don't know, but I don't want it here. I don't want it anywhere.
No, you can't.
Oh, I was also thinking about the warp gate.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
actual electricity it's letting out.
That's terrible shit.
Yeah, no, I
Fuck,
talked
it needs to
with the
go away.
magic people. Apparently, that inhibitor crystal won't do jack shit on that, because that's like stage 4 cancer, and that's like a stage 1 cancer fix.
Yeah, I tried to
also,
destroy those crystals when I
stage
was
4
in the base.
cancer is
on the
cranking
assault.
out tons
Slashed
of
it with plasma, shot it. I had
actual
to
power.
go into their computer
electricity.
systems and shut down everything to get those things to shut off.
Yeah, they're not active. Neither one of them were active. I just
probably.
someone could activate them, and that needs to not be a thing.
We should set that up. We should
They would need the tech to do it. That's the way Collective did it.
I just assumed someone could steal it.
So.
But at least
I'll
it's
be
here,
honest, I
not
don't
at
know
the
where to
collective
start with
base
that. I'm
anymore.
not like an electrical guy.
Lightning.
Right. I'm surprised no one took it.
Yeah.
Well, we took it
I
first.
found a
Boomtown wanted
generator
it.
and some radios.
So fuck that shit.
Like working condition.
I'll be right back.
Okay, hon.
Hey,
like
the
a
door's
big
closed.
generator.
Guess
It's
who
like
can
a
open the
little,
door
like,
now?
Just leave it open for now. Send it all. There it goes.
It's another example. Everybody uses the colors.
Oh wow. They're good colors.
They're great colors.
Affiliated with the town. It's not really affiliated with being stuck in any place. At least that's what one driving for.
Fuck did they go?
I told you I spent most of my life in Equinox. Oh no. Now a bounty's out for my head. And you knowing the name of my kid sister, and telling you what I am. You look hot enough. So you can figure it out. If anything, gotta stop you. And if you actually are curious about me, I'd encourage it. It's easier to tell like that. I just... get scared of what you'll think in the end.
You're scared of what I will think in the end.
You'll think
You
different
know-
of me.
haven't thought any different of you as far. Even though you open up about your life more. And I have opened up about my life, but there's a lot there too. Should I be worried then about you thinking differently of me?
No. But
being in there gave me anxiety. I'm sure for all sorts of reasons. Need to find a book on welding. I also need to read the one on monocrystals again. Might be good to have some on me. Be done here. At least the library has lots of windows. Monocrystals. I'm gonna grab some book props. Book props. This one's for mana. This is pretty boring, so this could be welding. I'm gonna say she grabbed that one because they match. Maybe with this I can weld my weapon. Kira can make the tablet. Learn how to use the monocrystals so I have backup. I think doesn't matter. Maybe I'm still a monster. Because I'm cold. And I can't put love before revenge. If Thatch is willing to risk Elhash, and Elhash is willing to risk Thatch, is it better to have allies or none? I couldn't do it on my own. I'm not strong enough. Not right now. Maybe not ever. I don't even know the whole scale of what it is I'm trying to pull. And what Elhash has bounties on his head. Talked about Equinox. Hand in hand, I'm sure. I'm promising him a better supplier than Iogen, and I don't have any resources. Although I guess there's Damien. People think he's washed up. A Nepo baby. But it sounds like he earned his badges. If we can prove his innocence and throw his oppressor behind bars, maybe he re-earns his wealth and his status, his privilege. And maybe Tempest Bay becomes Elhash's new supplier. That would be a slap in the face, wouldn't it? Sent here to watch them, only to turn tail to them. How far will I go for this? Love doesn't compare to my need to be free. And that is a realization that breaks my heart. I fight for my freedom so that I can love freely. But it might cost me what I love. think my heart is cold. Maybe it wasn't the chip that made me that way. Maybe it was just always there.